Good morning, friends. Welcome you all on behalf of Manikandan IAS Academy. Today, this is a very important day to you, so as to take a decision and so as to go through the process intensively in this mode of preparation, right? Hereby, let me congratulate Ms. Ammu and Sharanya Ramachandran. Either of them worked hard more than 3 years in this field, and they created their own destiny. So just to listen and just gain the experience out of them, and let me invite them and ask them to share their own experiences as far as preparing for this examination is concerned, right? ஸோ அவங்கள உங்களுக்கு நான் அறிமுகப்படுத்துறேன். அதுல இன்னைக்கு வந்து நம்ம கூட மிஸ் அம்மு அவங்க வந்து who secured ஆல் இண்டியா ரேங்க் 141 அது செக்யூர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அவங்கள வந்து உங்களுக்கு இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்றேன். அவங்களோட அனுபவத்தை அவங்க உங்களுக்கு கூட பகிர்ந்துக்க போறாங்க. ஸோ அந்த அனுபவத்தை எடுத்து உங்களோட வாழ்க்கையை நீங்க எப்படி கார்வ் அவுட் பண்ண முடியும், எப்படி நம்ம டிசைன் பண்ண முடியும், எப்படி இந்த ப்ராசஸை இன்னும் இன்டென்சிவா நம்ம கோத்ரூ பண்றப்போ நம்மளோட எய்மை நம்ம அடைய முடியும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு முடிவுக்கு உங்களால வர முடியும். ஏன்னா ஸோ அந்த விதத்துல அவங்களோட கம்ப்ளீட் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸையும் ஷேர் பண்றதுக்காக வெயிட்டிங்ல இருக்காங்க. ஒன்ஸ் அகைன் லெட் மீ கங்க்ராச்சுலேட் ஹர் அண்ட் இன்வைட் ஹர் இன் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃப் யூ. ஸோ உங்களுக்கு முன்னிலையில அறிமுகப்படுத்துறேன். அவங்க வந்து அவங்களோட அனுபவத்தை இப்ப ஷேர் பண்ணிக்க போறாங்க, சரிங்களா? ஸோ உங்களுக்கு என்னென்ன கொரிஸ் இருந்தாலும் த்ரூ சேட் மூலமா நீங்க வந்து ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ உங்களோட நிறைய டவுட்ஸ், ஏன்னா இந்த ப்ராசஸை ஒரு 2 இயர்ஸ் 3 இயர்ஸா நீங்க பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருப்பீங்க. ஸோ அதுல கூட உங்களால எய்தர் நீங்க ப்ரிலிமினரி கிராக் பண்ண முடியாம போயிருக்கோம், ஈவன் மெயின்ஸ் கூட கிராக் பண்ண முடியாம போயிருக்கோம். ஸோ இப்போ இதுல இருந்து அவங்களோட அனுபவத்துல இருந்து அவங்ககிட்ட நீங்க என்ன ஹர்டில்ஸ் இருந்து என்ன மாதிரியான இம்படிமெண்ட்ஸ் ஷி ஹேட் கான் த்ரூ அப்படின்றத நீங்க கேட்கிறப்போ, உங்களுக்கான கொரிஸை நீங்க அவங்ககிட்ட வைக்கிறப்போ உங்களுக்கு அதுக்கான விடை கிடைக்கிறதுக்கான வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. ஏன்னா இந்த ப்ராசஸ்ன்றது இட் இஸ் அ லாங் டேர்ம் ப்ராசஸ். ஏன்னா இது வந்து ஒரு 1 இயர் நம்ம வந்தோம், நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணோம், நம்ம கிரியேட் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்றது மாதிரி இல்லாம இதை வந்து ஒரு லாங் டேர்ம் ப்ராஜெக்டா நம்ம எடுத்து பண்றப்போதான் இதுல வந்து நமக்கான கோல்ஸ், நமக்கான ட்ரீம்ஸை நம்ம அடைய முடியுது. இதைதான் இந்த மக்கள், ஏன்னா இன்னைக்கு அவங்க 141 ரேங்க் அண்ட் சரண்யா ராமச்சந்திரன் 36th ரேங்க் வாங்கியிருக்காங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் நாட் த ஒர்க் ஆஃப் 1 இயர் ஆர் 2 இயர்ஸ். ஏன்னா இது வந்து ஒரு 3 வருஷம் 4 வருஷமா நடந்த ஒரு விஷயம். ஏன்னா அந்த உழைப்பு, அவங்களோட அந்த கடின உழைப்பு தான் இன்னைக்கு வந்து உங்க முன்னிலையில அவங்கள நம்ம நிறுத்தி வைத்து அவங்களோட அனுபவத்தை உங்களுக்கு கூட ஷேர் பண்றது மாதிரி நம்ம பண்ண முடியுது. ஸோ இதுல இருந்து நீங்க என்ன பெனிஃபிட்ஸ், உங்களுக்கு என்ன முக்கியமான விஷயங்கள் டிரைவ் பண்ணிக்க முடியுமோ அதை நீங்க பயன்படுத்திக்கோங்க இந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்மை. இதுக்கு மேல ஏன்னா அவங்க அடுத்தது பாத்தீங்கன்னா ட்ரைனிங் போவாங்க. அந்த டைம்லாம் நம்ம கூட அவங்களால நம்ம என்கேஜ் பண்ணிக்க முடியுமா அப்படின்னா கிடையாது. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ஒன்லி பிளாட்ஃபார்ம், ஒன்லி மூமெண்ட். யூ கேன் யூஸ் திஸ் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் இம்மென்ஸ்லி அண்ட் டேக் த ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி வெரி க்ரூஷியஸ்லி. அண்ட் ஸோ இதை நீங்க பயன்படுத்திக்கோங்க. ஸோ லெட் மீ இன்வைட் மிஸ் அம்மு ஸோ ஆன் திஸ் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம், ரைட்? அம்மு, நீங்க இப்போ உங்களோட வீடியோ அண்ட் ஆடியோ ரெண்டையுமே நீங்க அன்மியூட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு நீங்க பேச ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். ஓகே, அவங்கள.
ஹலோ சார், ஆடிபிளா சார்? சார் ஆடிபிளா இருக்கா? Hope I am audible. Okay. Hi everyone, I am Ammu Jairaj. Sir சொன்ன மாதிரி it was a long journey for me. ஏன்னா 2014 I started my preparation. So this is 2020 now. So it has been like 6 years, 6 solid years I had invested for this. So ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு that finally I was able to succeed in this exam. And first of all, I would like to thank Manigandan sir for giving me such a good opportunity to interact with all of you. Um, Sir has also played a very important role. You know, at one point of time, I had geography as my optional subject. So, geography scoring ஆவே இல்லைன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So, எனக்கும் அந்த பயம் வந்தது. So, I just went to sir. So, sir had really helped me in clearing all my doubts regarding concepts and all. ரொம்ப நிறைய இன்புட்ஸ் தந்தாரு சார். ஸோ அது நான் மறக்கவே மாட்டேன். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் சார். ஸோ ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு மேக் திஸ் அஸ் ஒரு மோனோலாகான ஒரு செஷனா மாத்த ஐ எம் நாட் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டட். ஸோ இஃப் யூ ஹாவ் எனி கொஸ்டின்ஸ் யூ கேன் ஆஸ்க் மீ. ஐ வில் ஆன்சர் அக்கார்டிங்லி. First question is, kindly let us know about the prelims 2020 strategy for this year aspirants. Okay. Prelims normally எல்லாரும் சொல்லுவாங்க that this is it is like anything could be asked under the sea அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லுவாங்க. So it is not exactly like that. Because இப்போ என்ன if you see my performances, like for me comfortably I was able to clear prelims 5 times. So that was not a problem or issue for me. So prelims பார்க்கும்போது one thing what you need to see is, first of all you should have a very good base on NCRTs such as polity, history NCRTs, and also environment. All these NCRTs நீங்க நல்லா ஒரு பேஸா வச்சுக்கோங்க. அதுக்கப்புறமா then you start preparing for your standard books like Lakshmikant or Spectrum and the madri books. After completing your NCRTs you can go for that. Then you start analyzing your previous year question papers, say around 2013 la irundhu 2020 வரைக்கும் இருக்கிற prelim or 2019 வரைக்கும் இருக்கிற all the prelims previously asked questions you just analyze. அப்போ உங்களுக்கு அந்த pattern தெரியும். You will get to know the pattern, how UPSC is asking questions. அதுக்கப்புறமா what I religiously followed was Kurukshetra and Yojana. இந்த ரெண்டு மேகசின்ஸும் religiously I followed because நிறைய வாட்டி I have seen questions repeatedly asking from these magazines, especially for prelims from geography point of view. So I religiously followed these on monthly basis. And then regarding schemes and schemes and other policies and all, I followed ministries' websites, especially for important schemes. I used to refer the FAQs of ministries. And the FAQs la nariya questions and answers are irukkum, so it will be very easy for you to learn. So andha madri I followed. Then regarding mocks, நிறைய மார்க்ஸ் அட்டென்ட் பண்ணேன். அதே எனக்கு நான் கவுண்ட் பண்ணதே கிடையாது. ஸோ ஆன் அ வீக்லி பேசிஸ் ஐ யூஸ் டு அட்டெண்ட் மார்க்ஸ். அண்ட் அதோட அனாலிசிஸ் தான் இன்னும் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். That will take lot of time, you know, like 1.5 hours I used to invest for analysis of each of my mocks. So on the analysis la I used to see where I was getting wrong. அந்த மாதிரி நான் பார்த்துட்டு இருப்பேன். Madam, can I go with the compiled sources of ES budget PIB or should I stick to the main source? Okay. Economic survey, if you are going through this the main economic survey book and budget, that will be helpful when compared to the compiled versions, because that will help for your mains also, mains preparation. ஆனா ப்ரிலிம்ஸுக்கு அவ்வளோ தேவை கிடையாது. பட்ஜெட் அண்ட் economic survey. Compiled versions are enough. But if you are going through the main economic survey and budget, that will definitely help for your mains examination also. PIB also, it will help for mains. Yeah, you should go through. Now it is, ma'am, I am a student of class 9th. My aim is to become IAS officer. I don't, I'm not able to get your question. Ma'am, I don't know what group to choose in 11th standard. Okay. See, I started my preparation in the year 2014 after completing my graduation in engineering. So I didn't know, like after my 12th, எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் respectable score இருந்தது. So everyone told me that, okay, you should do engineering னு சொல்லி நிறைய advice வந்தது. So I just shifted to engineering and I completed my engineering, and then only I started my civil services preparation. So at times I used to feel, why did I do engineering? Because my optional also for civil services preparation was geography. But if you are very good at science, you can definitely choose engineering stream itself. Or if you feel that you're very good at humanities, then definitely you should go for it. That will definitely help you for your civil services preparation also. Because even you have lot of general studies subjects and all. So optional mattum kadiyada, you have general studies subjects. Prelims ku kuda humanities will help you a lot. Okay. Any other question now? Any other question? How many times you repeatedly revised for prelims? Prelims point of view, what I used to do was, even for the NCRT books, whatever I read, I used to compile notes for that. I never wrote the notes. What I used to do is, NCRTs, you can see summary at the end of every chapter, right? So adu madriye, I used to write down the points after every chapter. If whatever important points are there, I just used to note it down. And what I do is, after completing the chapter, I used to go through it again. So kalayila morning epome what and ipo for example inneki Monday na whatever I learned, adu nan Tuesday morning I used to revise and then only start my day. Anda madri irundhathu. So revision is one thing which is indispensable. You need to revise because we tend to forget things. So revision is very, very important. And in mains point of view, at least weekly revision we should do. Did engineering help you in the preparation of this exam? Engineering did help me because I chose civil as my, I did BE civil engineering, and geography is almost similar to civil engineering. We learned a lot of things. In civil engineering, we learned a lot of things about Earth's interior, physical geography and all. So I could relate myself to geography, civil to geography. So I found it easier. How Tamil literature optional is better than other optional? என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், like I feel that any optional is fine. You should have interest. First of all, that is the most important thing. And the interest இருக்கணும் towards that optional. And then the second thing is about practically பார்க்கும்போது, you should see whether you are getting enough material for that option. you have sufficient material for learning process. Then third thing is that whether you have a good mentor for you for that particular optional subject. So in the three factors, if it is getting satisfied, then you can go ahead with Tamil literature as optional. Sometimes I am not feeling contented in my revision. How can I go through this? Any suggestions? Um, uh, Revision, I always feel that you have to revise. I mean, evlo padichalum, that will not stay in your mind for more than 2 days, you know. So you have to keep on revising. So shorten your study material, you know, cut short your study material. Read whatever is only, like, minimum book sources are only required. You don't have to read lots of books and all. If you are reading NCRTs alone, that is more than sufficient. So if you are reading NCRTs and then the standard books such as Lakshmi Kant, Spectrum, just take notes of it and then keep on revising. You fix a timetable and keep sufficient time for revision. That will help you a lot. And then try doing lot of mock tests so you will know where you are lacking. That is very, very important. Ma'am, how to prepare for mains? Can you please share about the interview experience? Interview experience na, it was only there for 15 minutes for me. I got Manoj Soni sir's panel. It was a very short interview. I was so tense because that was my first interview. Even though I had appeared 5 times for mains, that was my first interview. So I was very tensed. But they put me at ease actually. It was more or less like a conversation only. So they first asked me, they were so much interested about knowing my name, its meaning first. And then they asked me about uh, my hobbies, then something about some general current affairs related questions also they asked me related to poverty and euthanasia. So it was only there for 15 minutes and it was a very cordial one. Tell us about your current affairs preparation. Current affairs preparation, you can actually divide it into two. One is for the prelims as well as the other is for the mains. So in prelims point of view, what I used to read newspapers on a daily basis. I followed Hindu newspaper. I used to take down the notes of Hindu newspaper. And apart from that, I followed compilations also. Generally, நம்ம பண்றதுதான் monthly compilations of institutes I used to follow. Then, as I earlier said, I religiously followed Kurukshetra and Yojana, monthly Kurukshetra and Yojana magazines. That also helped me a lot, especially for mains as well as for prelims. Prelims, generally 2 to 3 questions will be asked from either Kurukshetra or Yojana, especially schemes and also from agricultural part. So you need to go through both the magazines. They are very, very important. How to prepare for mains in 90 days in between prelims and mains? Normally, what we do is, it is very important to start your preparation simultaneously, you know, prelims as well as mains to be done simultaneously. that will definitely help you post prelims. So especially with optional, if you have prepared for optional before the prelims itself, then you need only to revise your optional subject after your prelims. So that will be easier. But I know, I do understand that sometimes we don't feel like starting our preparation for mains before the prelims. And so what we need to do is, you need to fix a good timetable, like a monthly timetable just after the prelims, and stick to the timetable. Make sure that you stick to the timetable. So how you need to do is that you can divide the day into two. In the morning session you can prepare for general studies, and the evening session you can study optionals. In whatever way, whatever is comfortable for you, in that way you can prepare. And the most important thing is, the you don't have to focus much on the static portion, because that you would have already covered in prelims like you would have already covered all the static parts. So don't keep on reading the static parts for this 90 days. Focus more on the current affairs compilation, Niti Aayog order reports, and you revise your Kurukshetra and Yojana notes. So in the madri dynamic ana things you go through, and then keep on writing answers. Answer writing practice is very, very important, because enna porthu varaikum my major flaw was that I lacked writing speed. My writing speed was too slow, so I was not able to complete my papers on time. So what I used to do is, on a daily basis, I used to practice answer writing. I used to fix time for 1 hour, and I was like writing 8 questions per hour. So அந்த மாதிரி நான் time fix பண்ணி I used to write. So uh, that also you should do. Like, answer writing is very, very important. Which place is better for preparing mains? Because most of friends told me to go to Delhi for mains. If it is possible, kindly stress how many times one can revise the subject before going to prelims. Mains preparation could be done anywhere. Ipo nanu, I have never gone to Delhi and all. Nanu inga da stay panni. I used to prepare for mains. So there is no necessary for going to Delhi and all and invest your time as well as money so much for that. So um, preparation ana that should be disciplined. You have to do, because you're sitting here. If you have good friends, nalla oru zone irunda, you can discuss with them. If you have good mentors here, then no need to go to Delhi itself. You can show your papers to them, they will get it corrected. So that is not at all necessary. I had enrolled for test series in Shankaray's Academy only for general studies. In the academy analum paravalla, like whichever is comfortable for you, you can join there. There is no issue. But you make sure that you stick to the timetable, and you revise your subjects as much as possible. That is more important. How many times one can revise the subject before going to prelims? Revision could be done in such a way that after your studies, all this coaching institutes, especially all coaching institutes, all India level, all India ranking, they used to conduct exams in the madri mock tests they used to conduct. So start appearing for all these mock tests. So on the timeline, you will be revising. You will start revising all the subjects. So, three 3 revisions of each subject before the interview, before the prelims exam would help you, definitely. Did you rely on books for human geography or coaching notes is sufficient for human geography? For human geography, I followed Majid Hussain sir's books, and also I relied on Google because Nariya, what I made it a point is that and the syllabus இருக்கும் இல்லையா syllabus ஓட எல்லா பாட்டுக்குமே I made notes. So it is not possible to get everything from the standard books. Certain things and all I referred Google and made notes. How we have to start reading NCRTs. NCRTs ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா இருக்கும். So I did not go through the 6th standard, 7th standard NCRTs and all. I only went through the 11th and 12th NCRTs. So just start with your Indian polity or history NCRTs. ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருக்கும். Just go through that, and whatever you feel as important, just mark it and make a note of it, and keep on revising them. Where and how do you do the mock test? Mocks geography now concepts and all I got it from Mani sir only. I learned all the concepts from Mani sir, Manikandan sir. And then test I attended mocks at Shankar IAS Academy. Angada I did my mains order. I enrolled for mains test series. And for geography, I was practicing on my own, and I used to get it corrected from one sir called Nedumaran sir. Avarkitta irundhu dhaan naan correction vaanginen, correct panni vaanginen. So other regarding the mock test for mains or prelims you are asking. For prelims, I did not enroll anywhere for prelims. All the mock tests were readily available in the internet, so I used to just attend those mock tests only. Free it is available for prelims on a freely you can attend those mock tests. It is available in PDF formats. How did you find 2019 mains geo paper? Was it difficult or easy for you? It was very vast. Like I found it very time consuming to complete the paper because nariya edathila I was drawing lot of diagrams, and also I couldn't complete the paper, especially the paper 2. Paper 1 lot of questions were like Greek and Latin to me, especially the 10-mark questions, certain terms. So adallam I just managed writing something. So enakku score varla, so I don't know how I have fared geography, but I guess it's all about managing. நமக்கு எல்லாமே ஆன்சர் தெரியணும்னு கிடையாது. Whatever just try managing it, and try to attempt all the questions. Appada you will be very very confident, otherwise எப்பவுமே ஒரு கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்கும் அந்த feeling. So try to complete the paper as much as possible. And geo paper was very general questions they asked, except for what I earlier mentioned, in GS paper, general geography paper 1, they had asked some complex terms, especially in the 10-mark questions. So that I just managed only. I just wrote it only for 1 page, that 10-mark questions. Other than that, 15 marks and all were very general, and I was able to draw a lot of diagrams for each and every question. It was comfortable for me. Did you follow India yearbook? To be frank enough, I did not follow India Yearbook. For schemes and all, I relied completely on the ministry websites. And these important schemes and all, they used to release this FAQs. So that only I studied. And apart from that, I also, these yearbook related questions, no? I totally relied on NCRTs only regarding sex ratio and health indicators and all. I just went through the tabular columns of NCRT books. How many hours want to be spent for current affairs or newspapers in the starting stage? Starting stage you will find it very difficult to complete the newspaper, like it will take 2 to 3 hours for you to complete one newspaper. Don't feel sad for it. It is very, very natural. You will definitely take lot of time to complete, but adoru practice vanda, then you will be able to within 1 month or say, you will be able to read the paper within 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour or even 45 minutes. So first, initially you will face a difficulty. But the thing is that you don't have to read all these local news and all. Don't give more focus on the local news. Give more focus on the editorial, science and technology part, current affairs part and all, which comes very much inside the newspaper. Don't give much focus on the local news as well as the headlines. Okay. And how many hours to be spent for current affairs? Now, I did not exclusively allocate time for current affairs as such, mainly for mains preparation. I used to do it simultaneously with my subjects only. For newspaper, I used to take around 45 minutes and I used to jot down the important points as my notes. Other than that, for current affairs, I did not allocate any separate time. I used to do it simultaneously with my subjects. Because now I not only the newspaper, I have also followed the compilations also. Current affairs compilations of Vision, Forum and all were very much beneficial. So that also I had followed. So that even subject-wise current affairs is available. So I used to refer that along with the subject. Which book to use for ethics and society? For ethics, I used Lexicon textbook. That's a very small book, but that is very much sufficient. You need not go for any other book. It covers almost the entire syllabus of ethics. And then apart from that, I also followed the second ARC recommendation report. In that, there is one chapter exclusively dealing ethics. And apart from that, I used to jot down notes on ethics, certain examples like based on corruption or some good actions done by some district magistrates or ministers, Adallam paper la varum illaya. Like ipo edachu oru minister has done something or police force has done something good. அவங்க elderly people போய் how they are taking care, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு examples எல்லாம் you will get from newspaper itself. So அதெல்லாம் you just jot it down, you just note it down. You can make use of such examples on your paper. Your paper will look more attractive if you're quoting such examples. Tips on essay writing strategy and ethics preparation. Ethics, I guess I've told you everything about ethics thing. I followed Lexicon book only, nothing else. And then in the second ARC recommendation report, there is one one single chapter wholly dealing with ethics. And then I quoted lot of examples, for ethics, like whatever was coming in the newspapers and all. I used to jot it down and I used to revise all those examples, so that if any question is coming on corruption, I used to include some current affair things, like something about 2G scam, whatever was happening recently. I used to just include that. So that was my ethics preparation. Regarding essays, what I feel is you should start writing your essays. Start writing and see how it works. There are a lot of topics in essay. One will be social issues, the questions which cover social issues, and the other will be political issues. Then there will be questions asking from science and technology part. So you try writing essays on all these questions and see which part is more comfortable for you. இப்போ என்ன பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், like I felt social issues was my comfort, was my positive when compared to science and technology and political subjects. So I used to choose questions which were related to social issues. For example, like poverty, or something about education, something about health. If such questions are coming, I used to choose such questions only, because I always felt comfortable writing essays on social issues. Then நான் நிறையலாம் quotes எல்லாம் அப்படி refer பண்ணல. Like I did not include quotes and all in my essay. Normally I used to start my essay with one small story, maybe my own experience or somebody else's story, like that I used to start my essay. And then I used to give headings also, subheadings also I used to give. I used to highlight major points and all. Nariya statistics எல்லாம் I never included much of statistics or diagrams and all for my essay. And try writing at least one essay once a week after your prelims, and try to get it evaluated from your mentors and your friends also, so that you will get more points and you can also improve on your writing skills. Which book to be referred for international relations, society and ethics? For ethics, I told you lexicon book and second ARC recommendation. And for society, I referred only the NCRT, Society's NCRT 12th standard book for the basics. And apart from that, I used to refer the compilation only. Vision Mains 365 compilation only I referred for the social issues and all. And then for international relations, mostly the newspaper, as well as the compilations only, nothing more than that. Make sure that you draw diagrams, like for example, international relations, if they are asking any questions on organizations or something about West Asia policy and all, try to draw a map of West Asia and then start your answer. It will look very attractive. Okay. Ma'am, 2 questions. Compared to 2018 GS2 paper, 2019 GS2 paper seems to be difficult. How did you write that paper? நிறைய பேர் அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க that the GS2 order paper was very difficult in 2019. But somehow I didn't feel so. The only thing what I did was, now a strategy what I did was for GS2, for all the papers, all the mains papers, what I did was, in the syllabus இருக்கும் இல்லையா, மெயின்ஸோட syllabus இருக்கும் இல்லையா, அதோட எல்லா பார்ட்டுக்கும் I made notes. Now for example, if constitutional bodies na, you have lots of constitutional bodies, like you have CAG, AG, then and the madri nariya constitutional bodies are there. So just I made a note of all these constitutional bodies, avangaloda article, edachu judgments irundha adu, avangaloda functions ennalla, avangaloda positives, avangaloda negatives ennadu, in the madri I used to make notes. So something, if for example something was asked on attorney general order, some question was there, so as I had made notes like this, it was easier for me to answer that question. So anda madri you try making notes for each and every part of the syllabus. That will definitely help you. You can also refer Google for that, for a particular part, you know. And you can also ask your mentors. If you are not able to analyze any part of the syllabus, you can ask your mentors also. Teachers will readily help you. On the day of prelims, how many questions we have to attend? Do you go for rounds like round 1, round 2, round 3, both paper 1 and paper 2 of prelims? Normally I used to attend around 80 questions, and that was my comfort point also, not beyond that. So yeah, of course I used to do this round 1, round 2, round 3. First round, whatever, very much sure I used to attend all that questions. Then I used to mark round for the second round of things, you know. First itself I used to mark everything on my question paper itself. I never used to mark it on the answer sheet, that MCQ sheet. First I will be marking it on the question paper itself. So whatever is very comfortable for me, or for the questions which I am very much sure about the answers, that I used to jot it down first in my first round. Second round is like, if I have confusion between two options, then I will go for it. So like that I had 3 rounds. In 3 rounds I used to have these 3 rounds for the prelims papers. I used to attend around 80 to 85 questions. That was comfortable for me. Are you a CBSE student or a matriculation student? I was a matriculation student, state syllabus only. Ma'am, how did you take notes of current affairs on daily basis? It is through written on paper or online notes? Mostly manual only, because I'm not very comfortable working with computers and all. So I used to make notes manually. And as I already said, my static notes and all, I used to just note it down on the NCRT books itself. I used to stick the notes after completing every chapter, and I used to write the summary of it. Whatever is important I felt, I used to just write it down. But for the current affairs, I used to make very comprehensive notes on current affairs. Everything used to be there, like whatever I had referred from newspaper, plus the compilations also. Whatever I felt as important, I used to make down the notes. It's all manual only, not online. Some dynamic topics like poverty, unemployment, women empowerment, you made notes from which source? point of view. Okay, mains point of view. First, I covered all these topics from the NCERT only, and NCERT will be the base for all these topics, you know, especially poverty, unemployment, and all. In the 12th standard sociology book, all these topics are very well covered. So then you will have a basic idea on how to present your answers. Then second thing is about including lot of statistics in your answer. For example, if they are asking something about poverty, you need to say that how many percentage of people in India are below poverty line, or what is the this Tendulkar committee recommendation, Rangarajan committee recommendation. All these things you need to mention. So for that, your economic survey, Niti Aayog reports and all will help you a lot. So I very much relied on Niti Aayog report. I guess the name of that report is Strategy at 75. There is one report compiled by Niti Aayog that I found it very, very useful for such topics like poverty, women empowerment and all. You can just go through that and take down the notes, keep on revising it. 60 days before prelims, 30 days before prelims, last 1 week before prelims. How will the whole day go? Like daily routine. For me, my day starts at 5:30 in the morning because I sleep off very soon. So I used to for 60 days of prelims, I used to start with my NCERTs only first. I used to go through all the NCERTs. So I make a timetable on a weekly basis, you know. So this week I need to complete this subject. Like that, I will make a timetable and I try to stick to that. So in the morning hour, I used to prepare for general studies, and evening sometimes I do practice my paper 2 aptitude also, because I'm not very good at aptitude. So I used to practice it for 1 or 2 hours, and then in the evening I used to spend time for current affairs, whatever compilations are there, or even newspaper, everything I used to read in the evening. Morning, well before the lunch, I used to sit and prepare for the general studies only, and that too on a weekly basis. For example, this week my target is to finish polity, means I used to note down like this day I should do this much, the next day I should do this much. Like that, I used to fix timetable, and I try sticking to that timetable. So in that way I used to do. And uh, at weekends I used to practice mocks. I used to take mocks. Adhika, I did not go for any institute and all. Even in the websites, it's like freely available, you know, all this mock tests and all are available in PDS format. So I just used to do it and correct. The answer keys are also available. So after appearing for the test, I used to correct it on myself itself. Like I never had any evaluator as such. And then I used to analyze the key, and I used to note down whatever mistakes I had committed and all. So like that it used to go. And for 30 days, mostly it will be revision. And I will be giving more focus on my paper 2 also, because aptitude, as I said earlier, I was not very good at aptitude. So around 2 to 3 hours I used to allocate for my paper 2 after my lunch. Before lunch, fully for revision. And then evenings I used to allocate it for current affairs, reading Yojana, whatever it is, that all that current affairs related things and all I used to do in the evening. Like that I had divided my days. If you are not dividing your days, then if you are sitting with one whole subject for the whole day, I feel it will be very boring. So I used to divide my day like this. detailed book list for all subjects. Um, in prelims point of view, like you can refer all the NCERTs of 11th and 12th standard for polity, history, and environment. I did not go through the NCERTs for science and technology. I just relied on the current affairs part only. I did not go through the basics of science and all. So these three NCERTs and also society NCERTs also I focused on that. And after going through these NCERTs, you can refer the standard books. For example, for polity, I referred Lakshmikant, and for history, I referred modern India, I referred Spectrum, because I found the NCERT for modern India as very superficial, it was not in detail. So Spectrum gave a more comprehensive picture. So I relied on Spectrum book. It's a very small book. You can complete it within a week or so, like if you are allocating 2 to 3 hours per day, you can easily complete it within 7 days. And please focus on that tabular columns of Spectrum for modern India, especially all this about the precedents of INC, all that tribal revolts, like that. The certain things will be given at the end of the chapter, at the end, certain chapters are there. Give immense focus on these chapters. They are very, very important. They keep on asking some questions from these sides also. Okay. And then what else? For economy, I went through Shankar Ganesh book. I found it very useful for basics and all. And then I used to refer only the current affairs, especially newspaper and the compilations. And then what else? For environment, I referred Shankar book, Shankar Ecology and Environment book. Then art and culture, NCERT, fully relied on NCERT. There are 2 books, 12 standard books that I relied. Which monthly compilation should we refer, ma'am? I think the safest is Vision, because it's very comprehensive, used to cover everything. And I relied on Vision compilations only. And I feel everything is the same. Like Forum also used to give good compilation, very comprehensive one. Anything will suffice. But I feel Vision is very good. You made notes for GS and Geo optional dynamic subjects before prelims or after prelims? I made it before prelims itself, because that will take a lot of time. So now I think you will not be having sufficient time to be devoted for your mains preparation. That's okay. You need to work hard after your prelims, I guess. But that's fine. You can definitely do it. There is no issue. But it's always better to make these notes before the prelims, because it will take a lot of time for you. Because each and every part of the syllabus you are making notes, right? So it will definitely take time. And you can just add on the current affairs, like if something related to agriculture, you would have made notes now. If something you came across some current affairs related thing, some scheme or something, like something related to agriculture, you can just add that point in your note. So like that, I used to make the notes. I started it before prelims. Even after prelims also, you can start, no issue. But you need to work really hard, It will take a lot of time. But that's okay. I've seen many people doing that. That's not an issue at all. How to get Vision 365 compilation, ma'am? Vision 365, it's freely available in the website. There are lots of websites where you will get it free of cost itself. You don't have to invest money on that. It is freely available in website. You can just check it. What are your hobbies, and share your interview experience regarding it. My hobbies were singing and cooking traditional recipes. And I felt the chairman was very much interested in this cooking of traditional recipes, and he asked a lot of questions from that side, you know, like imagine you want to start a business on this traditional recipes. So how do you go about it? He asked me. How will it be financially feasible? He asked me. So I just told him that I will be like preparing the recipes and all. I will jot down the recipe menus and all. I will go for crowdfunding platform to get sufficient capital. All these things I told him. Then I was a part of an NGO. I had worked with one NGO for some time. So they asked me a lot of questions about the NGO also, which was working for differently able students. So they asked me about the activities of the NGO, and also about the problems faced by such differently abled students, you know, their problems. So related to that, they asked even about euthanasia, my opinion about active and passive euthanasia. So such very, very general questions they asked me. They made me really comfortable. It was not at all a stress kind of interview and all. It was more or less like a conversation, just like how we converse, no, like in the same way. Uh, for regional planning, did you follow any book, and how did you manage for case studies? Um, for regional planning, I referred Google a lot, you know, for certain portions like methods of regionalization, methodologies for regionalization. Such topics are there. For that, I referred Google. And for some topics, sir also gave me notes on regional planning. So that I found it very beneficial. Monikandan sir gave me notes. So I made sure that I had something to write for each and every part of that syllabus, you know, of regional planning. Because I never, so that was the thing. So I mainly relied on Google only, wherever. And also, there is one spectrum book for geography, one big book. In that also, they had covered the regional geography part in a very comprehensive way. I referred that part also. And regarding case studies, even in lexicon book, you can get lot of examples for case studies. So I followed the same pattern itself. I did not change the pattern. And I also included lot of ethical terms to it, you know, what the example, a general deontological ethical dilemma, such kinds of ethical terms are there, right? So that I just tried including it in my answers. And even for case studies also, I included lot of examples. If something related to corruption, some case study is there, I quoted certain examples, current affairs related examples and all I quoted. Yeah, and I followed the pattern of the case studies which were there in the lexicon book. The same pattern I followed. How to read monthly current affairs compilation. Um, it is for the mains, I suppose. For the mains, as I told you, I did not focus much on the static subject, you know, because you would have already learnt it before the prelims. So I used to only go through the that notes, whatever I made on the static subjects. So that only on Saturdays, weekends only I used to focus. I used to revise all the static subjects only on weekends. On the weekdays, I used to do only this current affair things, like if, for example, if I'm learning polity means the current affair compilations, polity part alone, I will be doing it. So like that, I used to prepare for the current affairs. I used to do it simultaneously with my subject. Where did you refer Jainism and Buddhism topic in prelims? I referred from NCERT only, Ancient India NCERT. It is given, one separate chapter is there referring Jainism and Buddhism. I followed only the NCERT textbook, nothing else. How many hours you are spending time for studies? It's not exactly about hours. What I do is I make a timetable and make sure that on a weekly basis I make a timetable and make sure that I stick to that timetable, like I make sure that I'm completing whatever I wanted to complete. So that is the only thing. And all these hours and all, I've not counted. Some days will be there where you don't feel like studying at all. So just leave it, it happens. It's very, very natural. It's not necessary that you have to study for all the days and all. It's not like that. There are some weekdays also, some lazy days also. It is very, very natural. So don't, according to my opinion, don't go with this hours of preparation and all. Just make sure that you're sticking to your timetable, which is on a weekly basis or monthly basis, whatever it is. Okay. My email ID is this is my email ID. You can send any mail. I can just answer your queries. Okay. How to, ma'am, is studying in morning or studying during night is good? It completely depends on your personality. It is based on individuals. For me, I get up early in the morning and I feel I am very fresh early in the morning. So my good time is from 9 to 1 before lunch. After that, I feel very lazy. So I do something like writing practice and also that I don't sleep off. But for some people, they find it so refreshing at night, they will be preparing at night. So I can't really say. Just try doing both and see whichever is comfortable for you, stick to that. I've shared my mail ID. You can just contact me via my mail ID and you can ask me any queries, whatever it is, I will try to answer to your questions further. My email ID is ammusujaraj@gmail.com. AMMUSUJARAJ@gmail.com. I hope you got it. Any other questions? Any other questions?
அம்மு, உங்களோட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இன் டர்ம்ஸ் ஆஃப் அந்த ஹேர்டில்ஸ், என்னென்ன ஹேர்டில்ஸ் ப்ரிலிமினரி டைம்ல நீங்க ஃபேஸ் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க, என்னென்ன ஹேர்டில்ஸ் மெயின்ஸ் டைம்ல நீங்க ஃபேஸ் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க அப்படின்றத கொஞ்சம் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. டூரிங் இன்டர்வியூ என்ன மாதிரியான சைக்காலஜிக்கலி என்ன மாதிரியான ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் எல்லாம் நமக்கு ஒரு நபரா இருக்கிறப்போ இந்த பீரியட்ல அந்த ஒரு 3 years 4 years ஸ்பேன் ஆஃப் டைம், இட் இஸ் அ லாங் டைம். ஸோ
Okay.
அப்படின்றப்போ ஒரு பர்சனாலிட்டிக்கு என்ன மாதிரியான ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் அவங்களுக்கு இருக்கும், அதுலேருந்து எப்படி டேக்கிள் பண்றது, ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க.
Okay, sir. Um, Prelims, if you see, I told you earlier itself that I was quite comfortable with prelims because I had cleared it for 5 times. So adula enakku romba prachaniya illa. What I used to do was I used to do a lot of mocks. Mocks-க்கு நான் நிறைய focus பண்ணேன். I can't even count how many mocks I appeared, you know, like even எல்லா இப்போ just before the prelims there will be lot of mock tests, free mock tests conducted by lots of institutes. So எல்லா institutes-க்கும் I used to enroll my name. I used to go there and attend my mock test, and then I used to analyze my answers also. Adula what I felt was the thing which was lacking in me was history partla da konjam enakku lacking ah irundhathu. So I focused, what I did was this last year 2019 la I focused more on NCERT, nallave focus pannen, and I feel that really helped me too for the prelims. And then where or a hurdle, as I earlier said, aptitude da that is the GS paper 2, CSAT. CSAT, I used to find it quite difficult only because I'm not that good at aptitude. So what I did was I made sure that on a monthly basis, like on a daily basis, I practice at least for 2 hours. So what I do is earlier, like to the previously asked question papers are there, no? Previous question papers from 2013 to 2018. All that question papers I used to practice all the questions, especially related to paragraphs, that what is that, reading comprehensions, and also the aptitude part. I used to do that for just only 2 hours I used to spend on a daily basis, just for a month, not more than that. And so these were the hurdles as such what I faced during prelims. Major hurdle was history, because history I was not able to answer my questions really well. I used to lose lot of marks in history. So for that, what I did was in 2019 I focused more on the NCERTs, the new as well as old NCERTs. Old NCERTs are very, very comprehensive, especially for the history part. So that I read, and after reading the old NCERTs, I even went through the new NCERTs also. So that I feel, I guess it helped me for the 2019 prelims. What I understood was most of the questions are being asked from NCERTs only. So it is better to make that as a base and then go to the standard books. So this is my prelims hurdle as such. And I always believe in this say, practice makes man perfect. So it's all about practicing. You don't feel like giving marks, you know, when you start seeing your marks. Sometimes namku marks romba low ah varum, but never matter, doesn't matter at all. Don't wait for you to complete your studies preparation and then go for marks. எப்போ நீங்க படிக்க ஆரம்பிக்கிறீங்களோ அப்போத்துல இருந்து weekly you start doing mocks. Then only you will be understanding the pattern of the exam itself. Otherwise it will be very, very difficult. If you are not practicing, then it is very difficult. Just studying alone will not suffice. Okay. அப்புறம் for mains, mains தான் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிரச்சனையா இருந்தது, because 5 times I had appeared for mains and I never cleared my mains. Only in my last attempt I had cleared my mains. So my major problem was writing speed. And like in my very first attempt, I still remember I was able to complete only 13 or 14 questions, you know, out of 20 questions. So my writing speed was like, it was very, very slow. I was not able to write well. And if at all I increase my speed, my handwriting used to become very illegible. They never used to understand what I wrote. And I remember getting horrible handwriting comment and all on my paper because of my speed and all that problems. So the problem what was it na, like ஒரு 2-3 attempts க்கு I never took this as a important thing, you know. I just left it. Okay, what is there? Writing speed and all தனியா வரும். We are practicing, நிறைய notes எழுதுறோம். So அது அப்படியே தனியா வந்துடும். I shall not focus much on this writing speed. I should read a lot. I should gain knowledge. அப்பதான் என்னால எழுத முடியும். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு take I had. Only after my third attempt, I realized that my major problem is this. So I need to correct that first. So what I started doing, I think from 2017, daily after my prelims, that two to 3 months you will be getting, no, before your mains exam. What I do is daily 1 hour I used to practice writing my mains answers. Or 7 questions will be from GS paper, 1 question from geography. I used to take down the questions. I used to write answers for these questions for 1 hour. I used to fix time also. So normally after lunch you feel like having a nap illaya, but you may not be having sufficient time. You cannot afford to go for a nap. So on the time la I write. I do this writing practice for 1 hour. Say 2:30 to 3:30 I do that. That really helped me a lot in improving my handwriting as well as my writing speed. And apart from this, weekly tests also I used to attend. I had enrolled for one test series in one academy, and I used to write that test also. And I used to get the papers corrected, evaluated and all from my friends as well as from my mentors. So அந்த மாதிரி தான் I just ஆனா overcome பண்ணேனான்னு கேட்டா, even in my last attempt also, geography la I was not able to write one question, you know. 10 marks oda ஒரு question I couldn't write. So நான் இன்னும் perfect ஆகல. But still I hope I was able to improve a lot on my writing skill. So that was my problem. So what I feel is, you try identifying your problems. Ipo some people may find it very difficult to deal with MCQs in prelims. That may be their difficult thing, negative ah irukkalam. Some people writing speed எல்லாம் நல்லா இருக்கும், but they may not be able to include things whatever they had learned. So it is based on individuals and the பிரச்சனை what it is you need to identify. My problem will not be your problem. So it differs, you know. So try to identify your problem and try rectifying it, you know. Accept your negatives and then try improving or try rectifying your negatives. That will surely help you. And interview part la I told you this was my first interview also. So adanale I was very much tensed in my and I appeared my first mock when I went. They were not at all satisfied with the way I gave the mock. They said I was not at all confident. So then when I came back and saw the video of that particular mock interview, I understood that I was not very comfortable with sari, you know. I was wearing sari. So அந்த சாரியில அந்த மார்க் கொடுக்கும்போது எனக்கு ரொம்ப uncomfortable இருந்ததுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So that was very much showing on my face also. So what I did, நான் வீட்லயே when I was practicing my sessions, no, like வீட்லயே மிரருக்கு முன்னாடி உட்கார்ந்து you can practice you yourself can ask questions, you yourself can answer, you can see your expressions on the mirror. அந்த மாதிரி I used to do my practice sessions at home. So வீட்ல இருந்து பண்ணும்போதும் நான் சாரி போட்டுதான் I was sari drape பண்ணி then only I was like doing the practice sessions also. Then when I attended my next mock, it was like fine. They were happy with my performance. So I appeared only for 2 to 3 mocks, not more than that. And then after that, that really helped me in boosting my confidence, and I felt I was okay in dealing with my interview personality test. So if we clear this exam, we will get IAS posting, or according to our marks we will be getting. See, in the exam la nariya services are there. You will be having around oru 8 ipo இந்த வாட்டி 829 people were selected. So vacancies பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், like you will be allocated different services. It will be based on your rank and your preference. Okay, so there are a lot of services like IAS irukku, IPS irukku, central services irukku, IFS irukku. So based on your preference and ranking, you will be allotted the services. Were you not facing any social pressures, ma'am? Like marriage issues, were it affecting you, ma'am? I should thank my parents as well as my relatives only, because I was lucky that there were no such kind of pressures for me, because they understood that my only aim in life was to clear this examination. So they helped me so much. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு pressure எல்லாம் they never insisted on me. So that because of that only I was able to continue with my preparation. I know especially for girls and all, there will be a lot of societal pressures. So I feel that parents should support them. அப்போதான் நம்மளால seriously you can put that effort, you know. So it all parents ஓட எவ்வளோ சப்போர்ட் கிடைக்குதோ அது மட்டும் பார்த்தா போதும். When if others are telling something, you don't listen to that. If you are getting the support of parents, just try utilizing that. Just try making use of that opportunity. Don't waste that. Okay, thinking about what relatives are saying. Okay. Which my UG degree was Bachelor of Engineering, Civil Engineering. Civil. Which pen you prefer for writing answers? That Uniball pen. I use that one. It's very lightweight, and I use that pen only for writing answers. It will be very bright also. Blue pen, blue Uniball pen. Is there anything else? Any other question? Tips about map reading. Map reading, actually, I used to divide the sessions earlier and all. How I used to do is, now ஒரு state எடுத்து அந்த state I used to cover, like ஒரு night half an hour I used to allocate for map reading, you know. So that particular state I used to take and cover it. But then I thought it was not very practical. So then what I used to do was like on theme basis, you know. Like ஒரு interesting ஆன themes I used to classify it, like ஒரு national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. One day I will be referring all that important national parks and sanctuaries. And then something about waterfalls, rivers, river tributaries. So whenever I was reading this geography NCERTs, no, especially the Indian geography, what I did was I used to keep map just beside, and I used to refer the map also while for example, while learning about the tributaries and all, I used to refer the map simultaneously. So that will be ingrained into your mind, and it will be easy to retain all these things in your mind, you know, if you are reading maps simultaneously when you are studying the subject. Don't So that will help you a lot when you're preparing for geography. So whenever you're reading NCERTs, just keep your map also aside, and just look at the map and see whatever you're, make sure that you know where it is. Whatever you're reading, no, that thing you just see it on your map also. In your interview, were there any questions or geo optional and civil engineering? No such questions as such were there. They were just asking me about how to control floods in urban areas. Like in Chennai, we face floods, no? So how to control it? On geographical point of view, how do you feel that you can control floods? Like that, they asked me a question. Apart from that, nothing else. They did not ask anything. Even I did not get any technical questions also. All were very, very general. Anything else? How to take notes from editorial? There are many editorials in single day newspaper. Editorials taking note is like, you need to get that analysis, like if you see in newspaper, you only get the information, right? You will not get an analysis. So why we are focusing on editorials is because you get analysis of that particular subject. So just go through it, read it once. Don't simultaneously take notes. Once you go through it, whatever you have understood, that you write it down in simple words. Don't use the same words whatever there in the editorial. Just try to understand that editorial. Just you write down that particular topic. If it is about, for example, national policy on education, if there is an editorial on national policy on education, just write down that topic, and you just read that topic and try to understand whatever they have, the points they have mentioned. Sometimes they would have mentioned the positives as well as the negatives also. They would have criticized also. So just note down positives, negatives, just note down whatever they have mentioned. So it should be your analysis only. Don't try to copy the whatever it is there in the editorial as such. Okay. Ma'am, is there any app or website for current affairs? I mostly relied on compilations. Apart from that, I found one app like Learning Space Digital. There is an app that is a paid channel, I guess, YouTube channel, I guess. So that also I felt it was very comprehensive for current affairs. But it is very vast. You need to choose the topics and study. That sir used to cover a lot of topics. So it will be very vast. So just choose your topics and learn. Learning Space Digital, that is the app's name. That is a paid YouTube channel, I guess. Only once I had referred, but I found it very good. You can refer that also if you have sufficient time. Otherwise, only the current affairs compilations will suffice. Nothing more than that, I feel. Just read the newspapers on daily basis plus your current affairs compilation. That will be sufficient. Is there anything else?
Okay, Ammu, can we stop the session?
Okay, sir. I hope it was useful, sir.
Yeah, very good, excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yeah, friends, let us wind up the session. So what Ammu shared would be immense helpful to your growth in this field. ரொம்ப உதவியா இருந்திருக்கோம்னு நம்புறோம். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு இன்னும் ஏதாவது queries டவுட்ஸ் இருந்ததுன்னா அவங்களோட மெயில் ஐடி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதில் நீங்கள் ஷேர் பண்ணி கேட்டுக்கோங்க. ஸோ ரொம்ப ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லான செஷன் அம்மு. இட் வாஸ் வெரி கிரேட்ஃபுல், வெரி தேங்க்ஃபுல் டு அஸ், to you. So sharing your experience with us. ஸோ ரொம்ப இதில் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ண அனைவருக்கும் ரொம்ப உதவியா இருந்திருக்கும்னு நம்புறேன். ஸோ இந்த அவங்களோட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ், அவங்களோட அந்த அனுபவங்களை நீங்களும் எடுத்து இந்த ஃபீல்டில் வந்து நல்ல க்ரோப் ஆகணும், ஸோ இதை வந்து நீங்க ஒரு ஷார்ட் டேர்ம் அப்ஜெக்டிவா நீங்க பார்க்காம, ஸோ ஒரு லாங் டேர்ம் அப்ஜெக்டிவா நீங்க எடுத்து இந்த இதை நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணீங்கன்னா யூ கேன் சக்சீட். ஏன்னா ஸோ வித் டிசிப்ளினோட, வித் ரெகுலாரிட்டி, ஏன்னா வித் த சிமெட்ரி, வித் த டாபிக்ஸ் ஏன்னா விச் ஆர் கிவன் இன் த சப்ஜெக்ட், ஏன்னா இதெல்லாம் போய் நீங்க பண்ணீங்கன்னா கண்டிப்பா சக்சஸ் வந்துடும். ஏன்னா இதுல எந்த அவநம்பிக்கையும் வேண்டாம். யூ கேன் ஹோப் 100% வித் கம்ப்ளீட் கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ், கம்ப்ளீட் ஒரு முழு நம்பிக்கையோட நீங்க ஈடுபட்டீங்கன்னா இது வந்து பாசிபிள். ரைட்டுங்களா? ஸோ வி வில் க்ளோஸ் த செஷன். ஐ தேங்க்ஃபுல் ஆல் வியூவர்ஸ் and people and aspirants, those who have participated in this session. Once again I thank Ammu. ஸோ இன்னும் உங்களோட சர்வீஸ் என்ன இந்த நாட்டுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப டெடிக்கேட்டடா நீங்க பண்ணுவீங்க அப்படின்றத நாங்க நம்புறோம். ஸோ பிகாஸ் த வே யூ ஆன்சர்டு எல்லாமே நிறைய விஷயங்களா உங்களுக்கிட்டேருந்து that oozes out. So very thankful, Ammu. Thankful.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you friends. You take this opportunity and அவங்களோட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை எடுத்துக்கோங்க. நீங்களும் ஜெயிக்கணும்னு நாங்க வாழ்த்துக்கிறோம். ரொம்ப நன்றி. தேங்க்ஸ் அம்மா.
Thanks, sir.
Bye.